years. They suspended 5, and I did 2 years in the Marion County Jail in my hometown. 2 years in the Marion County Jail. And I'm sitting up in the motherfucking jail, man, and I don't look that much different than I do now. I ain't had no hair on my face, had curly hair. I'm sitting there with some real goons. And when that story about don't drop the soap and the predators, that shit's real. I'm sitting up in the jail and a dude just walked up to, I don't know what the fuck, I'm talking about this motherfucker looked like a swollen snake. He was big. He just walked up on me and said, I'm gonna hit you in your motherfucking throat. I said, what the fuck, what? Nigga, I ain't even dead. I don't even know you. I guess he wanted to fuck, he was trying to fuck me. That's how they do it. They bully you, and then if you let them bully you, they bully you. So I guess he thought he was trying to set me up for that. I said, oh, I got to figure something. I kept saying to myself, I'm gonna bite this nigga if nothing else. A bite is a bad motherfucker, yeah. Somebody get you on the ground, bite them. They getting up. I'm biting the shit out you, nigga. Big Mac style, wherever you got me on the ground, I'm biting the fuck out of you. Nigga didn't know I was finna use my mouth on that nigga for real. And I'm sitting up in the jail, I'm like, damn, boy, I'm nervous as hell. And I seen a dude, man, named Louis. He was big as fuck. He looked crazier than the other dude. And he said, Mike, I said, Louis? And he was a drug addict. This dude, Louis, on the street, he was a drug addict. On the street, he was real shriveled up. He was dirty. But in jail, when he get his rest and he's eating and working out, he looked like a monster. And I said, Louis, he said, Mike, what you doing here? I said, man, I was trying to sell some dope and got caught. He said, man, you know you ain't the type of person to be supposed to be in here. He said, man, how's your sister Julie? Because he know my sister. He said, how's Julie doing? I said, man, she's doing good. He said, man, you have any problems? I said, I got one right now. I said, God is good, nigga, and I got favor. You hear me? I got favor. He said, who? I said, he's standing over there right now. He said, point him out. I said, no. I said, he's looking at us. Because I didn't know if I pointed at him. I said, I ain't pointing at him. He's over there. Man, he went over there and whispered in the dude's ear. And when he backed up, he came back to me. He said, yeah, Mike, check this out, man. The dude right there, he's a bully, but he's a bitch. He ain't supposed to look at you, talk to you, walk past you. I said, oh, thank you. So the whole time I was in jail, this how the dude was walking past me like this. I was like, oh Lord, what the fuck did he say to him?
Yeah, I'm telling you, man, shit. I tried to go to the military, I ain't gonna lie, man. Any military people in here? Attention! That's my yell in your motherfucking face like that. Man, get the fuck out of my face. Don't die, guys! I'm like, nigga, I'm out of here. I quit. I don't want to do this. Get the fuck out of my face. I tried to go to the military, man. I took the test and flunked. They call it an ASVAB. Man, that recruiter picked me up and took me out to dinner. I went to Ponderosa. I had that big potato with that steak. What? Man, I took the test and flunked the test, man. I couldn't get his ass back on that phone. I knew something wasn't right. But I'd already lied and told everybody I was going to the military. I'm like, look, I got the brochures. I had some brochures. I leave, I think, next Wednesday. Man, that recruiter called me and told me I wasn't going. My other two friends, they went. I was sad in the hell. It was like, Mike, man, we love you, bro. I said, damn, man, I was sad. I'd already told everybody I was leaving. I said, I gotta get out of here. I gotta do something. So I went to prison. I said, I'm gonna disappear for a couple of years and come back. Because guys who go to prison, they not fair to young guys, because they make the young kids want to go see what's in there. Because they be bragging on it. It sounds so good. They be like, yeah, you know, and then I did 2 years up here at Tank Tank, you know what I mean? Then I did another 5, you know what I mean? That's when I went on and got swallowed up here. The kid's like, I want to go. Yeah, you're not telling these young guys you might get fucked in there. And on the street, you know, in the hood, they call them ops, you know what I'm saying? That's your ops. I'm like, what the fuck is that? Yeah, your opposition. Oh, I'm like, okay, I don't know. Yeah, OG, that's an op right there. Yeah, there go my op, watch out. I'm like, what's an op? Is that a cop without the C on it? Then they got little dudes, they call them hitters. These are the little dudes that shooting motherfuckers. Shooters, they go to the little shooter. And they be describing this motherfucking dude that's shooting everybody. He be the size of that pole. I be like, that is the shooter? He's a little bitch. He built like Pink Panther, pants tight. Gun hanging out his ass. Then they go to prison and can't defend themselves. But some big convict that been lifting weights, been in there his whole life. He gonna overpower you, little shooter. Yeah, he gonna get you in the weight room and work you out real tough. Get you real tired. Next morning, he gonna come in there, you gonna try to fight him off and can't fight back. You gonna say, turn on around, little shooter. Put that magazine on your back. Spank your little buns, nigga. Man, I ain't bullshit, man. Because you know the police will lock you up for DUI. I don't care how old he is. I was in jail one time and I seen my buddy's grandmother. She was about 75. You know how the women be going to court? I seen the thing like, yeah. I said, hey, Mr. Reese. She said, oh, hey, baby. I said, what you doing in here? Some bullshit. She said, I'll call you back after everything though. I seen her about 2 days later. I said, they ain't let you out? No, baby. Some stuff came up on me. You know how they do that gun turning and thing? Like they say, come on down, bring in your gun. You know, stop the violence, come. Man, I went down there one time, man. And as soon as I hand them people that gun, oh, goddamn, I said, hey, what the fuck was that? I just sat down and watched y'all take 9 guns. They was like, you just used this about 10 minutes ago, nigga. One of my buddies, man, rest in peace, man, he was in prison, man. His mother tried to bring him some Jordans in prison. So this lady about this tall with some size 15s on, she walking in. They said, if you don't take them fucking shoes off, she said, I got the gout. They said, you going to jail if you don't take them skis off. You know damn well them ain't your shoes. I seen Magic Johnson's son, E.J. Johnson. Okay, y'all stop now. I need my little asthma thing, my little pump. Y'all know damn well they look alike. Don't fucking act like I'm sitting there picking on a motherfucker. Telling niggas still go to jail. You did all that telling, you still in here? Niggas in jail are the lyingest motherfuckers ever. Nigga be in jail lying like, man, you know they took 100,000 from me, man. Kicked in the door, took 100,000, took 50,000, man, took everything. Be like, why you ain't got no money on your books? They took everything. I didn't even have $15 to put on a nigga books. The niggas go to prison, man, they turn into everything. Straight up. Nigga, I know a nigga done killed 9 niggas. This nigga's in a Christmas play this year. This nigga hum rumpa pum pum. Hi meaty. I said, do they know who they got in this play? This nigga is gonna tie Santa, everybody up. Hum rumpa pum pum.
Niggas come home from prison, they want you to take them to the mall, don't they?
Take me to the mall, baby. You know I just came home, man. Go on, get me right, baby.
Take me to Northland, baby, give me a sweater.
Yeah, man, take me, man.
They tell everybody too,
Yeah, Tony got me 2 sweaters. I just got 2 sweaters. Tony gave me 2 sweaters. I got a pair of pants the other night.
see the nigga a year later, man.
Man, you know I just came home, don't you?
Nigga, you been home for a while now. Good lying motherfucker. And if you've been selling dope for 20 years and you ain't got shit, it's probably time to get a job. I mean, straight. You know, I started off working jobs. I had a lot of jobs, you know. I worked at Hardee's. You ever heard of that? That's a Midwest shit, yeah. I worked at Hardee's. Every job I worked at, I sold drugs on it. So I was the weed man on all my jobs. And the boss would wonder why I had more than the rest of the employees. When you sell drugs on a job, you can give out credit till Friday. Then I graduated. Because that's how I was doing. I was working at 7-Eleven. I was bagging groceries and shit. And my friends that started selling crack was coming in the store buying baggies. You know the little sandwich baggies? They was coming in there buying baggies. They had jewelry on. They was laughing at me. They was like, Miller, you still sacking crack? I'm like, what y'all doing? See, I had no business selling drugs because I was a Jehovah's Witness. How do you go door to door, to car to car? Yeah, I didn't have no business. My mother didn't know I was selling crack. I was so excited to sell crack, and I didn't know what I was doing because I was watching the videos and shit. I was listening to NWA, and I was like, oh, I'm getting in this shit. And my big brother John, he just kept saying, yeah, I got a black suit for you. For what? He's like, nigga, you gonna get fucked up. But don't forget, I was a Jehovah's Witness, so I was a nice drug dealer. That's why the drug addicts like me. You know, I was real nice. I felt sorry for the people that were selling dope. Before I give it to them, I say, you really need to change your life. And then I'll sell it to them. Give me the money anyway. Somebody else is gonna get the money. And one time I sold into an informant. It was a club called M&J's. It was like a nightclub. I had just copped. I had just got my, you know how when you first cop, I just spent my money on my dope. I bagged it up, and I'm sitting over in the car at the park, and I sold some dope. The dude, something told me don't sell this shit to this motherfucker, because he was moving too fast. He's like, come on, I gotta get up out of here. And I sold it to him, man. As soon as I sold it to him, and I got out the car, the motherfucker narcos rolled up on me. Took me to jail for dealing in possession of cocaine over 7 grams. And if you Google Mike Epps mugshots on your phone right now, you will see where I caught that case, 1990. Look at the picture. Yeah, look at the picture. I'm gonna give you a second. Oh, you ain't got no phone? Imagine me in 1990. When you get home, Google that shit. Yeah, I'm sitting there, man, motherfucker got, and I kept trying to tell the drug officer, I'm like, man, I'm a user. He said, no, you ain't no user. I said, yes, I am. I use drugs. He said, no, that was too much for a user. You was selling it. So the guy who set me up was a drug addict too. They couldn't find him. They was trying to make him come to court to testify on me, but they couldn't find him. So I went from 20 years to 8 years.